Good evening, Fiji. Mbulavinaka, and welcome to Fiji's Dancing Superstar. I'm your host, Wame Valentine. Tonight, we're excited. We're looking forward to a lot of dancing because the theme tonight is contemporary dance. The last time we were here, our contestants danced to Bollywood music as well as Indian music. Tonight, it's contemporary. The week to come, it's hip-hop. Last week, however, you probably might have noticed that we didn't do any performance here at the ICT Center here at USP's Laudala campus here in Suva. The reason being, the contestants, well, we wanted the contestants to get to speak to you, to tell you a little bit about themselves so you can get to know them a little bit better. Now remember, your votes count. If you want a particular contestant to stay on the show, or if you like a particular contestant, you must text the initials or their initials to 787 for Vodafone and Inc. mobile users. The number once again, ladies and gentlemen, 787. Now, as you can probably tell, the curtains behind me are closed. We're getting ready for the first act. But before we do start with the performances, we'll just introduce the judges for this evening, or the judges for the show. Our first judge and our head judge is the director for the Oceania Dance Center here at the University of the South Pacific. Ladies and gentlemen, Peter Rockford Espiritu. Ladies and gentlemen, the director of the Conservatorium of Music as well as the Fiji Council of Arts, Mr. Rasiasa Veikoso, or Master Lai as he's commonly known, as well as the publisher and the editor-in-chief of My Life magazine. Ladies and gentlemen, Nazia Ali. All right, they are our judges, but tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we also got special guests. We're very pleased, we're very honored to have the American ambassador to Fiji, ladies and gentlemen, Ambassador Frankie Reed. Welcome. We're also very pleased to have the USP Outreach Coordinator for Polynesia, Alan Alo. Ladies and gentlemen, the General Secretary of the National Youth Council of Fiji, Emily Aracito. These are our special guests this evening, and before every break, I should mention, we'll be panning across to our special guest, and we'll be getting their views on what they think so far about the performances. So once again, on behalf of the producers and the team here at Fiji Dancing Superstar, welcome. This is one of the most difficult the most painful part of the program of Fiji's Dancing Superstar, where we'll have to eliminate not one, but two contestants from the show. This completely depends on you, your text. For those of you who text for the contestants, it doesn't matter how amazing they are on stage. If they do not get the most texts, if they're the lowest or the two lowest texts of all the contestants, we have no choice but to eliminate them. And on the stage tonight, as you see standing behind me, are 10 contestants. 2 of them are groups, but 10 contestants overall. Come next week during the hip-hop genre, you'll only see 8. I'll give it over now to the head judge, Peter, to call out the 2 names who will be eliminated from the show. Peter?
We can only give our feedback on how we feel, and you've come a long way, and it's never a great thing or a great feeling to see someone leave the show. You worked this hard, and we've come to really like you and love what you do, see your passion, and see the way you grow. Unfortunately, we have to find a winner, and for that to happen, we have to have losers. Just at this point, I advise you never to give up, never give up that fight. Seek the mentors you need, take classes, hone your craft, and be the dancer, be everything that you can be. If I call your name, please step forward. We're gonna start with the bottom 5. Black Coconut Tribe, step forward. Mohammed Zibran, step forward.
Say something.
Neha Narayan, step forward. Sandra Ratasawa, step forward. Christine Naidu, step forward. The rest of you are safe. Congratulations. All right, if I call your name, please step forward. Mohammed Sibran, Neha Narayan, you're safe. Black Coconut Tribe, step forward, please. You're safe. Sorry, ladies. We love you. Don't give up the fight.
I managed to come so far, and with just my hard work and my fans' votings, and so I would like to thank my Tilak family, especially from 701 for supporting me, and all the voting people who voted for me. Thank you.
I'm just so grateful to be in this competition. I've learned so much, and I'm so blessed to be here. I'm so happy I have this talent, and I get to showcase it to the world. And I'd like to thank all my fans out there, family, relatives, and for the hardworking choreographers who's helped me grow so far. Thank you very much. And not forgetting my sponsors back in Watkola and Tavoa. I'm sorry this is how far I can go, but thank you very much for supporting me.
Now we'll begin. Tonight will be slightly different. In the past, you usually see all the contestants performing individually. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, grab onto your seats. They'll be performing in pairs. Now, throughout the duration of this of the show, you'll notice, however, that a particular individual will be dancing in. These are the choreographers. I think two of them will be performing. The reason being was because the particular contestant who was supposed to dance with the other individual wasn't able to perform the dance moves due to some illness or some sort of physical inability. So the choreographer has stepped in, and you'll get to see them throughout the program. But the first act is a group act. All of them will be performing, and as you know, throughout the last couple of weeks, there's been a lot of cases of dengue fever across the country, sadly, in the west, up in the north, and also in the central divisions, where individuals who've been in hospital due to dengue, and unfortunately in the past, folks have lost their lives. So the first act will be the top contestants will be raising awareness on this illness through dance, or more specifically, contemporary dance. Ladies and gentlemen, the top contestants of Fiji's Dancing Superstar. The opening item features elements of everyday life, speaking through contemporary and modern movement vocabulary. There are underlying elements connected to dengue, searching for answers, overcoming the diverse effects, and ultimately, a message of hope. Symptoms, which usually begin 4 to 6 days after infection and last up to 10 days, may include sudden high fever, severe headaches, pain behind the eyes, severe joint and muscle pain, vomiting, and skin rash. If you display one or more of these symptoms, you are strongly advised to see a doctor. Preventing dengue fever involves protecting yourself and making efforts to keep the mosquito population down by destroying their breeding places. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The opening act for this evening is the top contestants of Fiji's Dancing Superstar. Well, we'll take a break. We'll return with more performances, so stay tuned. More to come right after this. Good evening and welcome back to Fiji's Dancing Superstar. Now our first performance is a young lad from Lautoka. He'll be teaming up, or rather pairing up, with his choreographer Litia here of USP, and he'll be doing a contemporary piece on the fear of rejection and letting go. Ladies and gentlemen, from the sugar capital of Fiji, Ashwal. From Lautoka, ladies and gentlemen, Ashwal. I will give it over to the judges. Master Light.
I was just in awe with you going to that style. However, there were times when you kept a smile on your face. I know that's very Pacific, and you were talking about rejection and things like that. So I thought you would keep that facial expression of being rejected, of misery, and so. But I think because you have friends in the audience that probably cracked a smile at you, and but other than that, it was amazing.
I think for you, it's probably, you've really come out of your comfort zone. You're trying something different, so I'd give you credit for that.
Energy is a thing. Extending all the way out and keeping that energy out is really important. With contemporary, you're using a flex foot, you need to get the energy out of your heel and extend that into the air. You're telling a story, you're communicating to me, and I want to know that story. I want to feel that story from the beginning to the end.
Okay, we'll give it over now to our special guests to see what they think about this performance. Ellen?
What happens when you blow on embers of fire?
It gets bigger.
It blows, it blows. Keep blowing on those embers. I see the passion in your eyes. It's fabulous. Go for it.
It was emotional, and I think it definitely conveyed a very sensitive message. But I was impressed with the way you you worked with your partner. It was seamless. Thank you.
As for me, it was a spectacular start for me. I actually was starting to anticipate more, but it came to an end. But very expressive, I must say.
Hello, Fiji. I am Ashwal Kumar from the Burning West Lotoka. If you like my performance, please vote for me. Text AK to 787. I really appreciate your votes. Thank you so much.
Alrighty. AK787, all the way from Lautoka. We've got another performance coming up. This is John and Charlene, and they'll be performing also a contemporary number for you very shortly. They're up next. Round of applause, please, for John and Charlene.
Say something, I'm giving up on you. I'll be the one if you want me to. Anywhere I would have followed you. Say something, I'm giving up on you. And I am feeling so small. It was over my head. I know nothing at all. And I will stumble and fall. I'm still learning to love, just starting to crawl. Say something, I'm giving up on you. And I'm sorry that I couldn't get to you. And anywhere I would have followed you. Oh, say something, I'm giving up on you. Say something, I'm giving up on you. Say something.
Wow, Charlene, just briefly explain what was that about.
It was about the love that we share, but we know that we cannot be together because of all the tension and all the stress. So we want to, but we can't.
So it's not a happy ending towards the end.
No, it's not.
All right, well, we'll put it over to the judges. Nazia?
I'm lost for words. Your performance was beautiful. It really touches the heart, and you can tell that it came from within both of you, and you can really see the connection between the two of you.
I was just mesmerized. And I must say, that is contemporary dancing, where you just express the soul. And I love the flow of the energy that came from the tips from the fingers to the end of the toes. Congratulations.
Once again, you know I'm a big fan of both of you, but I also am, I'm going to call you on a few things, and that is just the choreography together wasn't always together. When it was sublime. When it wasn't, it kind of broke my heart because I know you better than that. But overall, the choreography was great. It was really relevant. It really kind of, we were really stunned. I mean, it's great. The music was wonderful, and you guys are the perfect match because you have the maturity to pull that off.
Charlene, I could hear your voice. The vocals that you used kind of expressed so much of what's inside of you. But let me tell you one thing. Don't be afraid to extend yourself. You're holding yourself in. Open yourself up. Fabulous.
I thought it was terrific. Strong, intense emotion. I think I would have guessed the title even if you hadn't said it in the beginning.
I could tell the message even just by watching it. I could feel it too. So, thank you.
Bulavinaka Fiji, I'm Charlene.
I'm John.
Please, please, please vote for us. So it's SJ2.
787.
Once more, SJ2.
787.
Thank you.
John and Charlene, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause if you would. Well, that wraps up this particular segment. We'll take a break. We'll come back with more performances on the Fiji's Dancing Superstar stage right after this. Fiji's Dancing Superstar. Tonight is contemporary night, contemporary dance, and that's what the contestants will be doing all throughout this evening, dancing to contemporary music. Our next act, again, a duo between our top contestants, Christine and Mohammed. I do understand that dancing to the theme of their performance is forbidden love. Forbidden love between a common man and a woman of high stature. Ladies and gentlemen, Mohammed as well as Christine. A round of applause for them if you would, please.
Hush, don't speak. When you spit your venom, keep it shut. I hate it when you hit and preach about your messiah, 'cause your theories catch fire. 'Cause I can find your silver lining. I don't mean to judge, but when you reach your speech is tiring. Enough is enough. I'm covering my head just like a kid. When your words mean nothing, I go la la la. I'm turning up the volume when you speak, 'cause if my heart can't stop it, I find a way to block it. I go la 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 la. 'Cause I find a way to block it. I go la la. Yes, our love is running out of time, but I won't count the hours. Rather be a coward when our words collide. I'm gonna drown you out before I lose my mind, 'cause I can find your silver lining, and I don't mean to judge.
You know, I'm pleasantly surprised because I know this is totally out of your genre. And it's totally out of a lot of people's genre. The first lift is not an easy lift. It actually it requires a good strength and good balance and good partnership skills. So for you to even pull it off it was good for me to see. So congratulations on that. There's a subtle innocence that you both have together. That's good chemistry.
I know you tried so hard, but we can still see there's some barriers. But and you tried so hard to do this piece together, and but it's there, and I hope that you will keep this going on and on and on, and someday it'll just all fall into place.
I know it's a little bit of an intimate piece, so maybe culturally it's a bit of a sensitive sort of style of performance for you, but I see that you've made an effort to break that barrier, like Master Lai said. But I still also think that you have a lot of room for improvement.
I felt the sensitivity. It really comes across, and I appreciate the way the two of you worked together and worked at it. It delivered a message.
Hola Fiji, my name is Mohammed Zibran. I'm from Singatoka, and please vote for me. It's MZ2787. I repeat, it's MZ2787. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next performance this evening is again a duo, but the contestants will be, they're both female, and they'll be dancing to, this is interesting, a contemporary African number. Contemporary African number. Depicting, get this, depicting the strength of women the strength of beautiful women all over the world. Ladies and gentlemen, Deepshika, as well as Sandra.
There were a couple of times when you guys really struck it out together, but then there was quite a few times when you guys lost it and you kept on looking at each other. And I knew you were both doing okay, but there were times you lost your choreography and then you kind of had this worried look. Am I doing this right? Am I doing this right? And so I think you guys told us, the audience, you were probably not ready to dance this tonight.
I love the energy, you know, and I love your expression. So you could see that even though there were points when you knew that you were probably missing the beat, but you can see that in your face you were happy and you were into it. I think maybe if you had a little bit more time to practice, then maybe you would have perfected it. But for the timing, I think that you did a good job.
You also have to remember when you dance, it's all about connection and your connection to us. So if you make a wrong move, we really don't know. If you keep going and you don't look at each other and you just do your thing and come back, you'll be fine. And actually, when you're doing your own thing, you know, that was the best time for me because you were actually doing your own thing.
I felt like I wanted to dance when it started because it was a very good start for me. So very nice. Apart from everything that's been shared, you can still do more.
That was fun. A lot of creativity. I spent a lot of time in Africa. It doesn't have to be the perfect steps. Just let go. That was terrific.
Like the ambassador, I enjoyed the music. It was like boom, 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 bah, boom, boom, boom. Bah. What it is that when you're actually dancing another person's choreography, you're actually interpreting and delivering that message from that choreographer. So you have to perform it with a lot of pride because there you're actually honoring that choreographer.
Hello Fiji, I'm Deepshika Vishwani, and to vote for me, please text DV to 787.
We'll take a break, ladies and gentlemen. We'll come back with more great performances just like this when we return. Well, welcome back to the program, ladies and gentlemen. Our next performers Well, again, another duo. We were just about 2 performances away before we wrap up the show for this evening. Just to remind you once again, all you need to do is just to text their initials to 787 if you want a particular contestant to stay in this competition, stay on the show, Fiji's Dancing Superstar. Ladies and gentlemen, our 2 next performers, please give it up for Merlene as well as Neha. They'll be dancing, or their contemporary dance is all about death and the bitterness that separation brings to us. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up, Merlene as well as Neha.
बोले मुझसे मोहन क्यों है रूठे रूठे मोहन यूं कैसे मनाऊं है कैसे मनाऊं क्यों न बोले मुझसे मोहन क्यों है रूठे रूठे मोहन क्यों कैसे मनाऊं है कैसे कटे न रहना उन बिन आवे न एक पल चैना उन बिन जियूं तो कैसे मैं जियूं बहे नैना भरे मोरे नैना झरे मोरे नैना मोए नैना सुने नहीं कहना बहे मोरे नैना बहे नैना भरे मोरे नैना झरे मोरे
I like the way you both work together and your interpretation of the song and just the theme that you've talked about, separation. One thing about performing together is that you feed off each other's energy, and I can see that you've really worked together as a team.
Contemporary it needs a lot of flexibility. It needs a lot of the way you two complement each other it comes very strong, and I love the way you kept the storyline going up until the end, and the focus was there. I know that not every day you carry someone on your back and try to, and because again, contemporary dance is about balance and trying to keep that, and that takes a lot of months if you haven't done it for a long time. And I compliment both of you for trying to keep those moves and trying to maintain your balance, and thank you for again doing it so well.
Merlene, I know you've been struggling with, you've been sick this week, so I'm glad you made it. And actually, I enjoyed your performance. I'm glad you point your feet, and it seemed like you were more comfortable with the choreography. Nehal, it seems like sometimes you were struggling a little bit with the choreography. You need to point your feet and maybe take a little bit more dance classes. I'm just trying to get you separate because I have to judge you that way. But I think together, there were times when you were synchronized, and I really believed you were sisters. So in that that respect, you were successful.
I thought the message of strength came across so clearly. I mean, it was a strong message, and also your choice of choreography in selecting this. It's not only a tough subject, it was a tough dance.
You captivated me from the beginning with your facial expressions. You were really quite strong in alluding to that fact that there is going to be this separation. When a baby is born, there is this umbilical cord that's planted into the ground. And that symbolizes the connection of this baby to the land. You guys use that material as a connection between you two. The connection broke. You guys went your own way. That was beautiful.
Bulavinaka Fiji, this is the first time for me to do contemporary, and I've worked really, really hard. If you think that I have it in me to go to the next round, please vote for me. And to vote, text MD to 787. Thank you.
Nisambula, Fiji. My name is Neha Narayan. And please do vote for me. This is also not my genre. I have really worked hard on it. And to vote for me, you can text "N" and send it to 787. Vinaka.
Vinaka Neha, Vinaka Merlin. Round of applause for the ladies again, if you would. We're about to wrap up this particular segment, but before we do, we got two more performances coming up. Ladies and gentlemen, our next act, a young man also from the West. Please give it up for Glenn.
you're a really dynamic performer, you know, dynamic dancer. You see a different side of you when you perform Bollywood dance, and you see a totally different you. And you know, like I just keep saying, you're very versatile, and what a great job, well done.
We never know what you're gonna do, but we know that you're gonna be committed. That it was so apocalyptic. It was very noir, very kind of angsty, and you really got into that emotion, and you committed to that character, and getting into that dark side. The little solo that you did here was my favorite part. I thought it really exhibited strength. It also exhibited some kind of turmoil within yourself. And in contemporary dance also, people don't realize there are times when you're not counting at all. It's all about the breath and the beats, and you don't count, you just move.
I thought it was terrific. Dramatic, the artistry, choreography, the message came across also. A lot of talent there. Thank you.
I find it a little scary with the background music and the moves, but also I admire everything that happened. Looks very professional.
It's very nice to see somebody extending from the beginning. I thought it was very fresh to see that, and it shows discipline and control, and it also shows maturity, and you're going there.
Bula Vinaka Fiji, thank you for watching. First and foremost, I'd like to thank my sponsors, Blue Gas and Digital Prints. And if you did like my performance, please text in my initials, text GM to 787. I repeat, text GM to 787. Thank you.
Thank you, Glenn. Well, that wraps up this segment. We've got one more performance coming up before we wrap things up, so stay tuned for that. That's all coming up right after this. Well, welcome back. This is the final segment here at Fiji's Dancing Superstar here at the ICT Center at USP here at Laudala Bay outside of Suva. The final segment before we wrap up the show for this evening. And of course, we saved, well, the best for last, or we will see shortly. This group is from the Delta town of Nausori, consisting of 5 young gentlemen, and they'll be dancing to a contemporary piece with the theme of suicide, depression, anxiety, very deep subjects. But these are the issues that Fijian youths face today. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Black Coconut Tribe.
This is how I show my love. I made it in my mind because I blame it on my ADD, baby. This is how an angel dies. I blame it on my own supply. Blame it on my ADD, baby. Sail, 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 sail. Maybe I should cry for help. Maybe I should kill myself. Blame it on my ADD, baby. Maybe I'm a different breed. Maybe I'm not listening. So blame it on my ADD, baby. Sail, sail.
so inspiring to see the way you dance, and it's just inspiring to see that you've taken a step forward to show everybody else how or what it takes, and it's just amazing. It gives us hope that there's future in dancing in Fiji, to see all of you that have participated tonight, and just you've come out of your comfort zone, you've taken things and owned it.
You guys really nailed it tonight. I think that contemporary is not an easy genre, and to have 5 men have to move together and be synchronized. I agree with my colleagues here that you folks did a great job. The energy was there from the beginning to the end. I commend you because you guys have constantly come out to try to win this and prove that you are Fiji's dancing superstar.
That was fun. You kept our attention. I was riveted anyway. It was creative, imaginative. The choreography I thought was terrific also.
Every contemporary genre has a base. Whether the base is jazz, whether the base is ballet, whether the base is whatever, or even a meke. You see, the meke is jerking, and there's a lot of that in the Fijian dance. So when you're doing contemporary, interpret it from within your bones. It's inside of you. You dance the meke. Contemporary is just an extension of your traditional base. So use that.
We are the Black Coconut Tribe, also known as BCT, and Dance by Faith. We always dance by faith, so this is faith you sing. Sorry if our performance wasn't impressive enough. Most of us got injuries, but if you like our performance, please do text our initials to BCT to
787.
That's BCT to
787.
Inaka.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, BCT, Black Coconut Tribe. Well, that's it for the program this evening. Do join us again next week. It'll be the hip-hop genre. And by the way, if you wish to be part of our live audience, feel free to come to the ICT Center this Thursday at 6 p.m. 6 p.m. Be at the doors here at the ICT Center at USP's Laudala Bay campus here in Suva. Of course, I'd like to thank Tapoos for the fantastic wardrobe that the host as well as the judges had to wear for tonight's program. And of course, as mentioned, your favorite contestant, his or her initials or the team's initials to 787. Till next week, I'm Wami Modemata.